Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake is presented by Cherokee Grove Casino and made possible by
Orchids is a premier manufacturer of private label tissue towel and napkins. If you've purchased private label tissue towel or napkins, there's a very, very good chance that it came from this facility. We went from being a regional player in our game to being a national distributor now. We're very, very proud of that fact. The employees here at Orchids are great. They provide us the best resource that we could ask for. We've got a lot of honest, hardworking people that really help us, progress as a company. Being inside the Mid-America Industrial Park is a huge advantage to a company like ours because there's a lot of resources that come with it. There's a lot of collaboration between the companies that reside here in the park. For those younger folks that are interested in a career, Orchids is a great place for them to look at. We provide great benefits, we provide a future, we provide opportunities.
Watched by viewers and members like you.
Coming up on Living Grand on Grand Lake, we'll cruise down the longest main street on Route 66 to a nostalgic hangout. We'll meet a mayor who moved to Grand for the good life, and we'll see what Southern hospitality is all about. All of this and more coming up next on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand.
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 And this is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Welcome to Living Grand on Grand Lake. I'm your host, Christy Wallace. What do Evel Knievel, Steve McQueen, and Route 66 have in common? The Route 66 Vintage Iron Motorcycle Museum. This unique museum is located on Main Street, also known as Route 66 in Miami, Oklahoma. It was home to the Steve McQueen collection and offers an impressive array of motorcycles and memorabilia, including an Evel Knievel original.
Tony, one of his big things, he'll come in and look at the helmet wall and he said, "We need more helmets." And the helmet wall is as big as it gets. Tony Holden in 2006 decided to open it up as a museum and got a hold of me. He's a third cousin of mine, so got a hold of me and said, "Hey, let's do this." And he owned probably 12 bikes plus a Steve McQueen collection, which used to be kind of the centerpiece of our museum until we sold it, and then we kind of focused on Evel after that. But he wanted to do something for the town. He's originally from Miami and lives based out of Tulsa now, but he wanted to do something for our town. He had probably 10 or 12 bikes plus a Steve McQueen collection, and that was in May of 2006 is when we opened. But he kind of was displaying them in the front showroom to the public, but the public couldn't come in. But then in May of 06, we actually opened it up where the public could come in and see it, and then we put a store with it. The British bikes are awesome. I mean, that's the Triumphs and stuff like that's always been a focus, but really just anything with a good story and with it. We've got the one behind you is a Yamaha street tractor. It was jumped in the 1960s or 70s by Johnny Cowboy Hall. He was actually from Tulsa. He was out jumping around on it, but it was a 650 compared to what Evel was jumping 750s. But he set 3 world records with that bike. And then we got a 1917 Harley. It was found in a field down by Bernice and restored. Mr. Shin's bike is what it's called. It's got a pretty neat, unique, long story with it. And we have the original sidecar that came with it, and the sidecar's not been restored. It's still rusted and old. So, but yeah, we got several. In the Evel room, we've got his super van is the centerpiece. It was used for his rocket at the Snake River Canyon jump. It used to haul it, but it was also mission control, where they had the the control boards and stuff in there, and that's what they hauled it around in. We've got his X-rays that show his personal X-rays that show all the bones he broke, 35 of them to be exact. So he always said he broke every bone in his body, but he said, I don't know. He always said, I didn't know if I did, but I know I broke 35. So we've got all kinds of neat stuff in there that was his belt buckle, license plate, his Montana Hall of Fame plaque, original drawings for the lunch pail that was popular back in the 70s. He was out here in 2005 at the Buffalo Bike Run. There used to be a big bike run at the Buffalo Run Casino, and Tony met him then, brought him out there to that, and they became friends. And they stayed friends all the way till his death in December of '07. And then after that, Tony started acquiring most of the stuff in the family. I think Evil kind of led the way, you know, and boy, they were using those street bikes, and it was just the daredevil thing, you know, being, I don't know, it was crazy that they did it. I mean, even women got into it, you know, and then the one guy was jumping from ramp to bare ground, and that was, I forgot his name, but it was, I don't know what got him into it. I think Evil led the way on being that daredevil, being that, you know, or he called himself the last American gladiators. Well, you know, we started small. We only had the few bikes in the McQueen collection, and then we kind of got more into the memorabilia, because we didn't really start out with all the memorabilia you see in here. And we kind of wanted to tell the stories a little more with the memorabilia, like the helmet wall, which we have over 100 helmets on that wall, which shows the evolution of the helmet from early, you know, turn of the century all the way till present day, really. I mean, so we wanted to tell the story with the photos and all the memorabilia that we have throughout the museum. And that's kind of how it got set up. And then the gas station, and kind of, you know, what you would have seen in the 1950s, riding your bike down a dirt road, you know, pull over and get gas. We're always interested in more vintage bikes. They're just getting harder and harder to find. I think we're definitely wanting more of those. You know, anything from the 30s, 40s, especially Indians. Indians are great, and Harleys too, but, you know, we're always interested in that. As far as the foreign tourists, we get a lot of foreign tourists come through. They rent their bikes in Chicago and they'll ride all the way to LA. And so and we're in most travel guides now, Route 66 guides. So, and we're hooked up with several tour groups. And so we probably, gosh, I don't know how many groups we get a year, 70, 80 groups come through. It could have anywhere from only 5 or 6 bikes all the way up to say 40 or 50. So we get some big ones. And the local, we're loved here in town that I know of. I mean, it seems like we're, you know, everybody knows us. Everybody knows where to send people when they're looking for even just Route 66 collectibles.
After you visit the museum, be sure to check out more of what Miami has to offer. The town features some great restaurants, shopping, casinos, and of course, the beautiful Coleman Theater. Stay with us. We have more coming up next on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake. This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Orchids is a premier manufacturer of private label tissue towel and napkins. If you've purchased private label tissue towel or napkins, there's a very, very good chance that it came from this facility. We went from being a regional player in our game to being a national distributor now. We're very, very proud of that fact. The employees here at Orchids are great. They provide us the best resource that we could ask for. You know, we've got a lot of honest, hardworking people that really help us, you know, progress as a company. Being inside the Mid-American Industrial Park is a huge advantage to a company like ours because there's a lot of resources that come with it. There's a lot of collaboration between the companies that reside here in the park. For those younger folks that are interested in a career, Orchids is a great place for them to look at. We provide great benefits, we provide a future, we provide opportunities.
Today I'd like to help familiarize boaters with buoys commonly found on the waterways that we might be boating. One of the first and most common buoys that we come across are no-wake buoys. These buoys help to indicate how far we need to be from certain obstacles. The state law requires us to be 150 feet from any bridges, docks, piers, anchored or moored vessels. So these indicate how far we need to stay from these obstacles. The second buoy that we might encounter is a square, which indicates information in that area. It could explain that there is a marina or a restaurant in the area. The third commonly found on our waterways is a triangle, which indicates that there's some kind of danger in the area. Could be sandbars in the water or some kind of shallow obstruction or piers or old bridges. When you see these, please stay out of the area. The last buoy I have indicates that it is an exclusion area. This area indicates that boaters should not go past that point for many reasons. So when you're out on the waterways, make sure you pay attention to the buoys and have a safe day.
Welcome back to Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake, presented by Cherokee Grove Casino. And now, time for the Living Grand on Grand Lake events page. Hold on to your horses. It's Rodeo Week in Veneta. Rodeo Week kicks off on August 23rd with the Will Rogers Rodeo Parade starting at 11 a.m. in downtown Veneta. Head on over to the Will Rogers Memorial Rodeo every night for a week of ground-stomping excitement. Grand entry starts every evening at 7:30 p.m. The first evening of Rodeo Week begins with American Patriot Night. All branches of military service will be recognized on August 23rd. The next day will be Turkey Nation Appreciation Night on the 24th, and anyone with a blue card or CDIB card gets in general admission for free that night. The weekend of Rodeo Week continues with Kids Night on August 25th. All kids ages 12 and under will receive free admission with a paying adult. Then Rodeo Week will wrap up the night of the 26th with Chicken Chaps Pink Out. Be sure to wear pink that evening and join in on the celebration. Well, that's it for now from the Living Grand on Grand Lake events page.
It's only fitting that Marty Follis served as the mayor of Grove. After spending time on other lakes, Marty found Grand Lake and fell in love with the area. He saw lots of potential for Grove and Grand Lake and moved here to be part of the exciting future. Serving as mayor gave Marty the opportunity to make an impact on the community he loves. Marty gives his time and resources to make it a better place. When he's not running one of his businesses, he can be found volunteering and serving to make Grove grand.
I'm not mayor, but I still act like a mayor. I tell people, once a mayor, always a mayor. When I moved here, it was a business opportunity. I came down and helped launch the real estate book here with a friend, and 6 months later he decided it wasn't for him, which I have no idea why, and so I stepped in, took over, and then 6 months later I'm moving here. So I made it full-time resident here. Real Estate Book is a marketing tool for real estate agents around the country. It's basically worldwide. We're in the Caribbean, Mexico, Grand Lake, all your cities, big cities. And it's just a marketing tool for the real estate agents to sell properties and list properties. I lived at Lake of the Ozarks for 10 years. So I saw this opportunity as getting into the ground floor. So I knew this place was going to become like a Lake of the Ozarks. So it was an easy decision to come down here and enjoy this area. It's almost identical to Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks had a highway that was 2-lane and it went to 4-lane. We got a highway that was 2-lane, went to 4-lane. Restaurants at Lake of the Ozarks were open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. Now they're open 7 days a week. Here we've started with restaurants and now we're exploding with 1909, Shangri-La, and then now Andy Stewart's opened Patricia Island restaurant, Mulligan's. Living at Lake of the Ozarks for 10 years, I had some connections up there, and Wet Steps, Sam and Kelly own Wet Steps, and they asked me to be the Oklahoma distributor. So Wet Steps are dock ladders, the best dock ladder you ever buy. It's 64-degree angle, all aluminum, powder coated, and it's like walking upstairs on your dock. Aluminum won't rust, and then we powder coat it so it won't oxidize either. So it'll stay pretty like you buy it the day you buy it. So and you can get any color you want, and they're just everywhere on the lake now. They flip up all the water, okay, so you can still pull a boat up next to it. It's got 6-inch steps on it, so it doesn't eat up your feet. It doesn't go straight up and down, and it's down in the water where you walk on it and you can walk right out. Every year it's getting bigger and bigger. We still do the Tulsa Boat Show. We'll probably expand out to Dallas, Oklahoma City, and there's lakes everywhere, so it's just expanding, and people see them and use them and they want them. The biggest thing, I know we have this beautiful body of water, but one of the bigger things we have is our industrial park. Nobody realizes the impact that industrial park has. We have companies from Australia that come in and decide they're going to put their facility here in Grove, Oklahoma, town of 6,600, versus California, Chicago, somewhere else. Our industrial park, 9 out of 10 people have no idea what goes on out there. I started city council, mayor, it's been 9 years. I really didn't decide that. I was kind of hoaxed into that a little bit. I had no background in politics at all, but I thought if I can help the community grow, it's just going to help me grow as a business. So I stepped in. 6 months later, I found myself being mayor of the city. And with my job, it's been easy to be able to do that because I don't have an 8 to 5 job. I can be out and doing things and voicing what the city is and what the Grand Lake brings to everybody. People think I get paid $50,000, $60,000. I get paid $25 a meeting, 2 meetings a month. So it's really something you have to have a passion for and want to do, because it's definitely not for the money. But being able to do that, and Facebook, social media, and bringing events here, bringing Bassmaster Classic 13 and 16, those type of things, it just helps grow the community. I thought of it as a branch off of my job. This is a platform that I can help grow Grove. In turn, the real estate business will grow, and the other things I do will grow. We're literally on vacation every day. This lake is a beautiful place to live. The reason I'm not mayor is I got the opportunity and blessed to be able to live on the lake. So I moved out of my ward, therefore I had to give up my seat. So I didn't choose to not be mayor, but living on the lake versus being mayor, I said 9 years, I'm good with living on the lake now.
Pick up Marty's magazine, The Real Estate Book, next time you visit Grand. If you want to take a closer look at his wet step dock ladders, you can check them out at Honey Creek Outdoors as you come into Grove. You may also want to check out some of our previous episodes. Visit rsu.tv, click on shows, and then Living Grand on Grand Lake to see episodes from all 4 seasons. Stay tuned, we have more coming up after these messages.
And this is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
This is Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Grand Lake's newest destination for great fun is located just off the lake in Grove. At Cherokee Casino Grove, you'll experience exceptional food and outstanding service. Stop in to relax with your favorite drink and root for your team on the big screen. Experience live local music on the 1897 stage every weekend. Cherokee Casino Grove on Highway 59 at East 250 Road. It's the most fun you'll have off the water.
In today's world, data security is critical to your business's success. It's your most valuable business asset. As potential threats increase daily, protecting your data is a priority. Northeast Oklahoma Electric Cooperative has created a solution. Core Data Center is a state-of-the-art storage facility with 24/7 monitoring and multi-layered security. You can trust Core Data Center to protect your data so you can keep your business operating no matter what. Visit our website or call 918-256-9470. Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
Welcome back to Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake, presented by Cherokee Grove Casino.
Southern Oaks Resort has become a favorite getaway for those looking for a peaceful, serene retreat. This resort offers easy access to both Grand River and Grand Lake. Situated on 29 acres, bird watchers and nature lovers will enjoy the abundance of wildlife. There's something for everybody at Southern Oaks Resort.
It needs to feel all family. You know, it's the most important thing is I don't want people to feel like they're not at home. I want everybody to be very, very comfortable, enjoy it like they own it, because if it wasn't for the guest, you know, it wouldn't be what it is today. The house was built, Mark and Teresa Deckard, and they had their family here and they started the resort. They basically knew we need lodging in the area. There's not very much. So many people in the state of Oklahoma alone don't even know about Grand Lake. They don't even know it exists, or the Pensacola Dam, and there's not a lot of lodging here, you know. So we've got a beautiful lake, a lot of things to do in this area, And it's a place where they can jet ski, fish. They've got Grand Lake and Grand River. We're on the south end. And so, you know, there's Eagles Path, and there's just places they can enjoy their families and kids. And the lake is more your boating. They actually did the Bassmasters tournament there in 2016. Boating, jet ski, it's a little more roomy. It's lake people, big yachts, boats, small boats, big areas to jet ski. The river is my favorite, I will tell you that. I'm a fisherman. And it's peaceful, it's quiet, great fishing, all types of fishing. One of the great places for spoonbill, Mississippi white catfish, big bass, and I like the quietness of the river. The golf course is a 9-hole golf course, and a lot of the golfers will go around it twice, you know, to make it an 18-hole. It's very cool, breezy down there. It's a nice place to play golf because below the arches, below the dam, you get the coolness of the lake. And it's a very, very nice, relaxing golf course. It is. It's quiet. We have 7 types of rooms. So we start out with rooms that just hold 2 people. Our largest room accommodate families of 6. We have couples getaways, you know, the romantic patio type rooms and private hot tubs. The honeymoons, the cottages with the big king-size beds. And so we have a lot of space where we can accommodate families and do family reunions, and they all be together as a family. And we just got done with a family reunion this weekend, and it was amazing. And we love offering that. You know, we do the weddings here, do a lot of weddings, and class reunions, do a lot of class reunions, and just whatever anybody wants. Our staff at Southern Oaks Resort, we try to accommodate you and make sure that you feel at home here. You know, the cottages everything is supplied with dishes. We furnish the bedding and, you know, everything that you need. And if there's something out there you don't need, you call the office and we'll get it. You know, we'll try to make sure you're comfortable. We are very known for being so clean, you know, and our health department inspections and our pool. And our pool is a saltwater pool. And we get multiple compliments on that. It's just relaxing. It's a relaxing area. We've done a Home of Hope benefit here, where all the kids lodged here and took the kids, you know. Home of Hope brought a lot of clients here. We do a football camp, the Camp of the Champions, every year in June. And it's professional football coaches that come from all over, and the kids get to go to a day camp here through Grand Nation. And they get to go to camp 3 days from 9 o'clock until 3 o'clock, and it's all free. But it's a great event, and we are getting where we are trying to hold more events in this area. You know, we've got plenty of space to do it. We've had car shows here. We've done a few car shows. We've done Christmas retreats, companies that want to have their Christmas dinner here and take their staff, you know, for a holiday getaway or Thanksgiving. And so it's that type of thing too. If you want to do something special, you know, and the difference in the atmosphere of the resort. Like I said, we specialize in trying to make you feel you're at home. You know, you're part of us, you're part of the resort.
Well, that's it for this edition of Living Grand on Grand Lake. I'm your host, Christy Wallace. Thanks for watching, and join us again next week.
Mid-America Industrial Park's Living Grand on Grand Lake is presented by Cherokee Grove Casino. And made possible by
Orchids is a premier manufacturer of private label tissue towel and napkins. If you've purchased private label tissue towel or napkins, there's a very, very good chance that it came from this facility. We went from being a regional player in our game to being a national distributor now, and we're very, very proud of that fact. The employees here at Orchids are great. They provide us the best resource that we could ask for. You know, we've got a lot of honest, hardworking people that really help us, you know, progress as a company. Being inside the Mid-America Industrial Park is a huge advantage to a company like ours because there's a lot of resources that come with it. There's a lot of collaboration between the companies that reside here in the park. For those younger folks that are interested in a career, Orchids is a great place for them to look at. We provide great benefits, we provide a future, we provide opportunities.
Also by
every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
Plus by
I had the drive to boost my earning power.
I was driven to be more competitive in the job market.
Finishing my degree, that's what drives me.
If you left college without a degree, Reach Higher, Oklahoma's degree completion program, can change your life. You get affordable tuition, flexible class schedules with online options, and a degree from a state university.
I was driven to earn my diploma.
And I did it.
Apply today at reachhigheroklahoma.org. Let your drive drive you.
And by viewers and members like you.